Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you've all had a good day. I just woke up from a nap and I had a heck of a dream. I'm not going to bore you with all of the details of the dream because it seems like very long and drawn out, but basically, what the dream was telling me is that you should pray for your enemies, but not protect them. Their karma is their karma. What they've done is what they've done, and it's not for me or you or anybody else to stop their karma from coming to them. I also want to tell you about a dream I had a while back. I have this Aunt Peg. She was a big part of my childhood growing up. I used to go up to her house all the time with the horses, and they had other animals too, but it was primarily the horses. My aunt was just a loving little tiny thing of a woman. She was like 90 pounds soaking wet if you're lucky. Fiery red hair. She was Irish, but she was amazing. Um, I have dreamt of my aunt my whole life. My entire life, I have dreamt of my aunt. The last dream that I had of my aunt um, was kind of bittersweet, I guess, is the only word I can think of. I was in my hometown of Leadville, Colorado, and I had just popped in. It was like a boom days, is what they call it up there. And there were a bunch of people around, and I had sat down by this waterway, and there were a lot of wolves. They seemed friendly. They were going up to people, and nobody seemed to be really bothered by these wolves. But at some point, I decided to get up from this waterway, go get something to eat, something to drink, and I started walking down the main street. I saw my aunt standing on a corner. She was with this really tall, kind of thin man wearing a cloak and a hat. And when I approached them, there was something about this man. I wasn't afraid of him, but he was definitely somebody to be respected. I know that. He tipped his hat at me, put it back on. I want to say he was missing an eye. My aunt was nervous in at this with this man and me standing there. She was nervous. Well, I told her, I just popped into town. I was going to drive up to your house and see you, but I decided, to come down here for a little while. I'm glad I ran into you. And she was like, yeah, it's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see you. And I could tell that they were having some kind of conversation, and it was a private one. So I said, okay, well, I'll let you do what you're doing, and I'll come up and see you later. And at that point, she grabbed me, pulled me into her, and just gave me the biggest, strongest hug. Not like her normal hugs, but a really big, strong hug. And I said, okay, I'll see you later. But something didn't feel right about that. Like I somehow knew I wasn't going to see her later. So I turned my head to look over where the food and water was. And when I turned back, they were gone. They just disappeared. It was Odin. Odin came from my Aunt Peg. He took her wherever Odin takes people. He took her away. Now, my aunt had been trying to tell me something for a very long time in my dreams. It was like she wasn't allowed to come right out and tell me whatever it was that she wanted to tell me, but she would throw hints, and I was always in a weird situation when I was in my dreams with her. strange stuff always seemed to happen. She was trying to tell me something. Of course, I know what that is now. And that's the dark side of my family, the black magic, the cult, is what she was trying to tell me. I got it. I got it loud and clear. I haven't dreamt of her since that dream. And it kind of feels strange to me because I loved my Aunt Peg very much. And I kind of miss her. Even in my dreams, I miss seeing her in my dreams. It's definitely different for me now. I'm not dreaming about her. So those were the two things that I dreamt about. The rest of this is downloads. And I'm going to do a trigger warning here because something that I'm about to tell y'all isn't something that y'all are going to want to hear, and it's not something that I want to say, but it is something that needs to be said. So I hope there are authority figures that are watching because I saw that there's going to be a mass shooting at the Aerosmith concert in New York. So security needs to be stepped up tremendously because I'm seeing like AK-47 kind of shooting in New York at the Aerosmith concert. So whoever needs to know that, whoever needs to see this, whoever, please have them step up security. No backpacks, that kind of thing. Patting people down, going through, metal detectors or whatever you can do. I'm seeing that there will be that mass shooting. All right. There are two grandfathers, one older, in his 70s or 80s, and one younger, between his 50s and 60s. Sorry, y'all, got sleep in my eye. I just woke up. These men are pedophiles, and they have a lot of child porn on their computer. As well as an uncle of this family. I've discussed this family before. They live in the desert. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So there's a person that's been popping up in my energy. An ex-best friend of mine from way back in the day. We were friends for 17 years, and she was extremely jealous of me. I didn't realize just how jealous of me she was, but I'm supposed to let you know that your jealousy and dark behaviors are catching up to you. The man that you're with is going to be leaving you for another woman. And you were responsible for setting off a chain of events that happened in my life. And you are not going to escape your karma. Whether you see this or you don't see this, you are going to know with absolute certainty that what you did to me is the reason that you are receiving this karma. All right. I am apparently solving my own case. There's a deputy from way back in the day that has been looking for me since I went missing. And yeah, since I showed those baby pictures, they're starting to put everything together. To the original person that was hired to unalive me, I just want you to know that the plan was for you to do the crime, and then Sandy was actually going to call the authorities and tell them that it was you, and then she was going to keep all of the insurance money. That was the plan that she had in place for you, Mr. T. That is all I have to say right now. I'm going to do a reading later. That whatever that reading says and whether or not I'm told I can post it will obviously determine whether or not I post it. So just a short little video today in regards to dreams. My dreams are prophetic. They tell me things. They give me information. They always have, and they always will. And those of you that are still trying to do the things that you're still trying to do. Oh, wait, there is one more thing. There are 2 people who were doing sex magic against me. Those 2 people have come up with a very rare type of cancer that there is no cure for. And the more you try to do to cure it, the more it's going to stir it up. Both of you will be losing your lives over this. So, with that being said, anybody else out there that still wants to play, I would be very mindful of what you play with, because my father is done messing around with you guys. He's done. My ancestors are sick of it, and Archangel Michael is with me every second of the day. I am very highly protected by every realm. I am very spiritually high ranking, and a lot of that is thanks to my ops, because if you hadn't have pushed me to use my gifts to save myself, I wouldn't be where I am. So again, thank you, ops, because my gifts are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger every day. I wake up some mornings stronger than the night before I went to bed. And they're just progressing tremendously. So that being said, anybody out there that's watching this and you still feel like you want to play, you better be prepared for your consequences, because I will pray for you, but I will not help you. I will not heal you. I will forgive you because that is what I'm supposed to do. But your karma and what you've got coming to you, all of you, is none of my business. Okay? To my secret helpers, thank you very much. To the authorities, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. And to my soul family, you mean the world to me. Thank you for your help. Everybody out there, please love each other. Always love each other. Furthermore, love yourselves, because until we love ourselves, we are incapable of loving someone else. And you always know I love you. I'll catch y'all later. Have a great rest of your night.